guys, my name is Sam. I'm currently in my candle studio office. I have a small business called the Wick, where I mostly make candles and wax melts, but I've kind of been dabbling in like perfumes. I have some bookmarks. I know that's kind of out there, like not fragrancy, but you know what you create what you want to create. So I've been kind of wanting to do vlogs for a little while, but also like very scared of them. I don't like being in front of the camera. I'm used to being behind the camera. That's my safety zone. But honestly, the candle business and stuff is my main job. I'm lucky enough to get to work from home and get to work for myself. And then on the side, I also do photography and videography for other businesses. But mostly, with either of those things, I work for myself, which means I don't have a boss to tell me what to do and to keep me on schedule and organize things for me. That's me. I'm the one that has to keep me going all the time, which I am not generally good at, which is very counterproductive to having your own business. I don't know if you could hear my dog groaning, but he's under the camera and he doesn't like that I'm doing this. Anyway, I enjoy watching vlogs from other creators. Maybe some people think it's boring to just watch someone go throughout their day, like their normal average day, and just see how they work and how they live. But I find that very interesting. I don't know if anyone will think that my life and the way that I work and live is interesting. But honestly, I'm kind of doing this more for accountability. I mean, who can say that I didn't do the work if I literally filmed it, like filmed me doing it and, and share it with people? I don't know if I'm gonna stick with this. I don't know if vlogging is for me. But I thought I'd give it a try, even though I'm clearly very uncomfortable and I'm not really sure what I'm doing. But yeah, there's no time to start things like the present. And today, I guess I'm just gonna film what I'm doing and see how it feels, and yeah, I don't know. We're gonna find out. This is Archie. My dog, obviously. Wow, he's just really not enjoying this. He does not like being in front of the camera. If I put a camera in front of his face, usually he'll do this and stare at me, or just walk away because he doesn't like it. We rescued him. We've had him for like, I don't know, 6-7 years. I really need to know that off the top of my head. But anyway, he's usually sitting here under my desk. But yeah, I call him my assistant. But as you can see, he's not the most productive, but that's okay. I still love him. I'm sorry that I'm embarrassing you. The people love you. How could anyone not love you? Okay, I'll leave you alone. Good night. I guess I will walk you through my office because why not? As you can see, I have not cleaned, which is a very big deal for me because I like when things look aesthetic and clean and pretty. And right now they clearly do not, and I can't believe I'm showing this to anyone, but we have to get over our fears, right? Over here we have my pretty standard box of wax that likes to sit here because it's close to my scales. I used to have it. Oh god, I lost a nail. No. Okay, glued the nail back on. Crisis averted. But that makes me sad because I just did these yesterday and I was hoping that this new glue would be very strong, but it is what it is. So I used to transfer that into a storage container and put it under here, but honestly, it's hard to do on your own because wax is heavy, and so sometimes I just don't do it. Honestly, most of the time I don't do it, and then it just ends up sitting here. This is where I put my beautiful trash bag. That is just handy to have there for whenever I'm doing this and I just need to throw something away. So yes, this is where I weigh out my wax. and make a mess. And then I do not have a wax melting towery pot thing. Digipot. No, Digiboil. I think that's what they're called. Anyway, I double boil my candles. So I have a sous vide machine, which is not meant for this, but I have made it be for this. So essentially I get the water to the temperature that I want it to be, so that the wax gets melted to the temperature that I want it to be, and it stays there, which is nice because, you know, water temperature, wax temperature can change, and you need it to be a certain temperature for different stages. So I really like that I can consistently control the temperature here, and I can add my fragrance at the temperature that I want it to be, and it's not, the temperature isn't going down as I'm mixing in the fragrance. I don't know if that really makes a difference, but in my brain it does, and that is how I do it. I have this wall of some fragrances because I guess it looks nice, but also I was running out of room over here, which honestly I know right now it doesn't look like I ran out of room, but I did, because this was not organized this way until like yesterday. And I didn't have this entire shelf available for these. So essentially all of this was trying to fit there and there, and it just wasn't happening the way I wanted it to, so I added some more. I don't have a system for how these are organized. I literally will just lift up a bottle and try to find the one that I need, which as my collection grows, that becomes harder. But honestly, the more I do it, I kind of like remember what area certain fragrance oils are in, so I can just be like, oh, like I don't know where they are now, but you know, if I want one, I'll know generally maybe it's over here, and I have to pluck through all of those to find it. Maybe one day I'll have a better system, but for now I don't. This is not really organized at all. I tend to have kind of a collection of jars here, though normally I need more jars than this when I'm making a batch anyway, so I don't normally grab from this collection unless I guess if I'm making testers and I just need like one or two. So that's kind of what that drawer is for. This one has my wax melt clamshells, candle jar lids, and then I used to have kind of like scent samples in these. That's not really how I've been doing it now. So those are just kind of left over. These, I again don't know why I have them. They're lids to the tins that I originally had my candles in before I switched to jars, and I just have some left over. We're not gonna open that drawer because that one is just a mess. In here it's also a mess, but a little more organized. I have all of my wicks. Down here I have wick tips that I've cut off. I have a lot of them. I honestly don't know if I'm ever going to use them for anything. I hope that one day I can have a slightly smaller sized jar that these can work with, because I don't want to waste them. But honestly, I don't know. Here are the little pillow boxes that I put my perfume samples in, and there's more random stuff back there. So, oh gosh, some more random boxes here. Warning labels from before I started making my own warning labels. Okay, this I literally just organized, so it's nice looking. This shelf I have pretty much made my perfume area. I have bottles under here that I have covered so dust doesn't get in them. The boxes I used for packaging. And then in here are the caps and the rollers for the perfume bottles. This shelf is my like paper cutting space. I print out all of my own, I guess like packing editions. So like my candle care cards and my business cards. So I cut those all out on my own, and then there's other things that I need to cut out, like the bases for the bookmarks. And then down here is just extra stuff and extra packing supplies that don't fit in my packing station. Again, I cannot believe that I am showing my office in this condition that it's currently in, because it's very bad. But I don't know, it is what it is. Hello. So this is where I'll pour all the candles. Usually I have more space. But right now I've had to house some, of my finished candles on here because I know it doesn't look like I don't have space here anymore, but I need to restock, and when that's full, it's full, and I don't have extra space to have candles. So I'm trying to figure out a different configuration for this area and maybe have like some different shelving, because these just are not cutting it anymore. I feel like they waste a lot of space, and like in these cubbies, unless I want to stack these like 5 layers high, like I lose a lot of that space on the top that I could be using, and I'll stack them like 2 ones high, but like 3 or 4 or 5 is just really pushing it. I don't want to break all my candles, so now these ones are taking up a large portion of my pouring situation. And we're not even gonna talk about this because I don't know. I have no excuse for why it's like this. Then I have my desk, which normally has some amount of little fragrance oils on it, and just general mess. And I'll also kind of, like I have my little scale here, and I'll weigh out my fragrance oil here, which means that even though this is like a working space, I'll get fragrance oil like little bits on here. So I usually have just like random napkins. Maybe I'm just making myself look really gross right now, but yeah, I'll just like wipe it down and apparently not throw them away. And then yeah, I just really need to clean, I'm sorry. And like little tubes to get the fragrance oil. This is also usually cleaner and where I print out my shipping labels. And speaking of labels, this is where I have all of my wax melt and candle labels here. Printer, paper, label maker, pictures of me and my husband and Archie, because there's always going to be pictures of Archie everywhere. Some Rogue bookmarks. And then finally we have the packing station. So I have my packing peanuts and my polyfill. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. Crinkle paper. It's called crinkle paper, Samantha. Okay. Packing stickers that hopefully people read, because I don't want my candles melting in the summer. I don't want my candle jars being shattered. I have a little Mary Wick stamp that I've been putting on all of my boxes. Stickers that I close up my candle wraps. Little candle care thank you cards. More storage for wax melts. My candle wraps. This is generally where most of my candle storage is, and my wax melts. And then I have like a little box of samples here because I put a sample in all of my orders. And you also might be asking, what kind of candles do you make? I mostly make candles inspired by Taylor Swift songs. I will draw from the lyrics and the general vibe, sometimes like what instruments are used, what genre the song is in to create a scent combination that kind of feels like the world and the stories that are created in the songs. So I started with Taylor Swift. I mostly have Taylor Swift, but I also have some other ones. I have a small collection that is Jane Austen. I have one Star Wars candle, and that's mostly what I've been doing. So yeah, that is my office. I'm sorry that it's not generally as clean as I'd want it to be. But honestly, I feel like showing people a version of my workspace and my life that isn't like cookie cutter pristine is something I need to get over. So that's, I guess, what I'm trying to do. I don't have a plan for what I'm gonna do with the rest of the day. So I know I need to eat something. I'm really bad at eating when I'm working. Maybe film something for Instagram. I'm really, really bad at posting on social media because sometimes it just doesn't feel like it's worth it. Because unfortunately, small businesses are kind of in the position where that is the main way that we are able to market. And it really, I know they say that it's not, but it really does feel like the algorithm is just against you a lot of the time, and that no matter how much effort you put into your content, that sometimes it just doesn't make a difference. So I need to get better about posting and not so much worry about if it's going to be like worth it. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? I made banana bread last night, so that is going to be my impromptu breakfast, hopefully not my lunch. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit because I can't do this. I know I'm trying to show life as it actually is and not how the perfectionist in me wants it to be shown, but we can't be perfect, can we? I'm going to eat my banana bread and probably watch something on YouTube. I don't know why I even started a YouTube video because I finished that banana bread in like 30 seconds and barely got into watching anything. So one thing about me is that I take honesty as the best policy like 10 times too far and just share everything about myself on the internet with people. That's not true. I do keep a lot of things to myself because I'm forever worried about annoying people and people not liking me. So but there are times where I definitely overshare. And essentially I have been kind of sick for like the past like 3-ish weeks. It's weird to get back to normal life when you've kind of been in bed for a long time. For some reason when I get sick, my body's like, oh, you're gonna get like sick. Like you're not gonna get like a little sick. Like we're gonna make sure you get the full experience of it. And so it did that. And then also I am historically notorious for like pushing myself way too far when I'm sick and like trying to live life as if nothing's happening, which your body doesn't really like when you don't give it the rest that it needs. So I kind of like made myself stay in bed to try to give my body the rest that it needs, which felt a little dramatic, honestly, to just like be in bed for that long. Or just, in all honesty, my lungs are not in good shape right now. My muscles are not very strong at the moment, which is making it hard to do normal life things like clean and work and just do the activities that I want to do. Yes, I am still really going back and forth on if I want to try to film something for Instagram. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna do it. This is meant to hold me accountable, and I'm just gonna look stupid if I'm like, oh, I'm trying to do more like work and be better, and then I literally don't do it. And I'm recording myself not doing it. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna find some inspiration of what I'm going to film, and we're gonna film it. Let's go. So, like a lot of people do, I generally start at Pinterest when I'm trying to find inspiration, which is sometimes helpful and sometimes it's not. Okay, so this one kind of caught my eye, which brings up a problem that I'm sure a lot of product-based businesses have, of like maybe you like a style of photo or like the vibe of a photo. I'm saying vibe a lot. I promise that's like not something that I usually ever say. I don't know why it's coming up. But it doesn't like actually lend itself well to product photography, because if I were to recreate something like this, you would only be seeing the top of the candle, which like could just be any candle. Like it does not show that it's my candle, which sometimes that's fine. Like not every post needs to be like product placement. But yeah, sometimes it's hard to try to find things that like you want to do that actually work well for the products that you're selling. So either I can try to go for something like that, but like from a different angle where you can still see the product, or I just keep looking. I think I'm gonna look a little bit longer and see if I can find something else that kind of like sparks an idea, but I could maybe work with that. Okay, I found this, which I think is, I mean, it's very similar, and I think that this angle is better because if I have a candle there, you can like see the label. And then I'd probably just, oh my gosh, I didn't notice that there's dog there, but Archie would never stay posed like that. Maybe I'll try it though. Anyway, I'd probably have it kind of zoomed in more, where maybe you see like a little bit of hand, but it's not necessary, so that the label could be actually visible. And yeah, I like this vibe. Again, vibe. I don't know why I'm saying it. I like this aesthetic. And I guess this is what we're going for. This is what we're going to try to recreate. So let's go do that. Okay, so a lot of the time I'll take pictures here because there is big ol' window here. So we get like good lighting here. Obviously Archie's toys will be put away. So yeah, I'm thinking of having like the foot there. Maybe, just maybe, I can get Archie to lay there. Really not betting on it though. So yeah, I'll probably lay down some blankets, get like a little tray thing, maybe put some tea on it, and the candle, get a book, get cozy socks. Let's see how it goes. Okay, this is what I have so far. I know it doesn't look very revolutionary, but I do think it's funny that generally in like aesthetic photos or something, there's just things that like are there that would never be there. Like I'd never be laying here in this weird position reading a book with a stack of old books and this pumpkin on this doily. Like it just probably would never happen, but you see it and you're like, I want that. Like that is the life I want. But it's not the life we're gonna get because it doesn't actually exist. Anyway, Should we go find some cozy socks? Yeah? Come on. Let's go find socks. Come on. Let's find socks. So I found this, which would be absolutely perfect, but I only have one of them. I know I have two, but where the other one is, I don't know. So I have these. Oh yes, and I lost another nail. Lovely. I will attach that. So I found these, which should be fine. These I think are cute, but maybe just the color's too bright. So I guess we're gonna go with this for now. See how that goes. It's really hot today, so putting on these super thick socks feels very wrong. And also, every time we put on socks, Archie thinks it means we're going on a thingy, so now that I'm putting on socks, he's getting extra excited, which I'm sorry. I'm definitely not going outside in these socks. I don't even want to be inside with these socks. I love you too. I do. I do. I know. I know. Okay, we're so excited now. Bless you. Okay, maybe we can use his excitement to our advantage and get him. I mean, it sounds really like it wouldn't make sense to be like, he's excited, let's get him to lay down. But would you do that for me? Maybe? Okay, so this is the book I'm going to be using as a prop. I read the first one and okay, well, first off, I watched the Netflix series before I actually read them, and I really loved the Netflix version, which meant I had to go back and read them, especially since it got canceled. And it's like on a cliffhanger, so I need to go back and read them. And yeah, so I read the first one, I'm on the second one. So this is what I'm going to be using as the book prop, and then I realized, like, sometimes I just forget that I make bookmarks. So I think I'm going to have the bookmark in the picture too, because then I can show the candle and the bookmark. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Sir, your acting was immaculate. The timing of the laydown. Good soup. You deserve all of the awards. Stunning. Captivating. I love it. I love you. Do you want a carrot? Let's go get you a carrot. Good boy. Okay, we're gonna sit exclusively with the star of today's video. That went really well. Yeah, I say that like I just did something like really profound. And all I did was set up a camera and some props. He's the one that did all the work, that's for sure. And he's the one that continues to do all of the work. But yes, I think I got a really good shot. And it's very fall. And it's very Archie, which is what the people want. It's what I want. So yeah, I'm going to go edit that. I mean, it doesn't really need a lot of editing. I'll put like some filters over it. And yeah, so let's go do that. Which also, the candle that was featured in this one is Enchanted, which that song just gives me like creamsicle vibes. So this candle is orange, vanilla, agave, and sweet cream, and it is a good time every time. So I'm just gonna put that there so that the living room can smell enchanted. Okay, so I put my normal filters over it, edited it a little bit. So yeah, I think I'm happy with it. But I don't think I'm gonna post it yet either. I kind of think that I'm going to edit this vlog and maybe have like a little trailery thing of the vlog and post that today. Maybe I am overestimating how quickly I can edit this entire thing though, but we will see. So honestly, I feel like the whole vlog thing was easier than I thought it was gonna be. Not like work-wise, because it is, I mean, it's not like a lot of work. I don't know. It really depends. But it is work. And I really thought I'd have a harder time like being more comfortable in front of the camera and like being myself, partially because like I've semi done stuff like this in the past, and like I had to take, like I'd do so many takes and I'd feel like I was just like my voice wasn't my voice, and just little things like I don't want to be a persona or like a character, which is not something I'm prone to doing, but I just like something about social media and like just like YouTube and stuff. Sometimes it feels like people do put on like a persona, which is fine. It's just not what I want for myself. So yes, I was afraid of kind of putting on a face of that wasn't like really who I am. And I don't feel like I did that. I feel like I, you know, honestly probably more bubbly than I'd normally be, but that is like a part of me that does exist. It's just not a part of me that comes out when I'm home alone working. But yeah, I had fun. I think I'd like to do this again. I honestly have no idea if anyone's gonna care or if anyone's gonna watch it, but again, it's kind of about accountability for me, and just like I really feel like I probably would not have worked on an Instagram post if I wasn't filming the entire process of me doing it. So that already was a bonus, and yeah, we will see where this goes, if I keep doing it or not. I really don't like giving up on things, even though it happens pretty often. I'll get overwhelmed or just convince myself that it's stupid, it's not worth it. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen this time. And yeah, I'm going to edit this, and if you've watched this far, thank you for watching, and till next time, I guess. I don't know how to do these outros. Yes, goodbye.